I have a thing that came up here that says settings and it's asking me about the camera.
Sorry, we're live. Okay, so that worked out well. So it's asking about the cameras. What kind of camera do you have?
It's the Brio.
Okay, hold on.
Everything is in there. I don't understand why it's not working.
Hi, Paul. Oh, I said
music's playing in the background.
we're trying. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll try it again.
Playing in the background.
We're trying.
Do you hear me, Val?
I do.
Yeah.
Phantom Flight, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And
So-
I can hear. I just can't see Phantom Flight. So, guys,
Okay.
welcome to our chat tonight. The problem we're having is we have Phantom Flight 101, and we can hear him, but we can't see him.
Okay. Just go in your. Okay.
So I want to say good hello. We're going to fix this. Hi Ingrid, how you doing? Droning effects with Claude, Rick Albert Asgard, remote pilot Australia. Let's see, we have a lot of other people in here. Rick, how you doing? How you doing? And Carpenter Rick is straightening out something with one of his youngest UFO builder. Yeah, we're just waiting for. Do you think Novice Quads could get you on? Do you think he knows?
I'm gonna give him a call.
Okay.
I'm gonna try something to come back, and I still have the link.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So he still has the link, so that's going to be perfect. And then I'm going to see if I can find. Oh geez, what did I do?
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Good day, Join Effects with Claude. Novice Quads.
Novice is in here?
Yeah, Novice is there. Crafting.
Novice, we need help. We need help.
Rolex, how you doing?
Crafting with Fury, how are you doing?
Remote pilot. Carpenter Rick, good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Or evening, I should say.
Yeah, Novice Quads, he is calling you. He said he's going to call you. So we can get him on and we can hear him. I'll see if I can help them out on my end. Thank you.
Hey, Robert. Asgard Studios. Hi. Oh, there you are.
There you are.
You can see me now?
There you are. There you are.
Okay. Now, all I have to do is figure out how to bring the chat back
There's
up.
Paul Murray's email address. Val.
Already got it. Already sent it again.
Okay.
So, if you go into my channel,
What happened?
you will see my.
You can see me now.
Huh? I see you.
No. You can see me, right, Val?
I can see you. Yes.
Okay. I can't see the chat.
Right. So what you do is you go into YouTube without touching any of this that we got going. And you go to my channel. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Phantom. He's like a phantom for real, guys. Isn't it cool? He's like a real phantom. Yeah, he got in. Yeah, he got in, but now he's out again because he couldn't get to the chat. You know, if I knew more about this, I could help, but I don't. Oh, Roger. I blame YouTube.
What's the worst part about it? When Phantom comes back on, I'm going to have to leave and come back.
I know.
Because I didn't hear him there before. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, Phantom's back. Let's see if we can see him now. Uh-oh. Phantom? Okay, so I'm back to just having the icon, and I don't hear him. Thank you, Novice Quad. You're the best. Let's see, hear you from Ireland. Well, thank you, Novice Quad. You're the best.
Hello, Val.
Okay. All you have to do is now silence the YouTube page. Just silence it. No. Thank you, Novice Quad. You're the best.
Hello, Val.
Okay. All you have to do is now silence the YouTube page. Just silence it. No. Thank you, Novice Quad. You're the best.
Hello, Val.
Okay. All you have to do.
Okay.
It's done. Thank you, Asgard. That's very
Okay.
nice of you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not worrying about the chat. Forget about it. I'm not even going to worry about it.
Yes, I will tell you. I
Trying
will
to go
tell
back and
you.
forth with that. I keep losing something.
Hey, relax. Hey, Roger, can you hear? Roger can't hear. Okay, Roger, go out, come back in again. We'll hold your place. Okay. Actually, I can hear Roger. He just can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Val, but I can't hear Phantom.
Okay, so come back
back.
in.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on with YouTube or what's going on with Google Hangouts, but I know it's not our fault. That's all I'm saying. It's not us. Hey, James Ward. Hey, Chris Hope. So we have a lot of people in Phantom. We got Novice Quads. Hello, Novice. We have Rolex from Ireland. Drone Effects with Claude. Crafting with Fury is someone I just met. I'm in a different live stream. We have Drone Shots. Hey, Drone Shots. Drone Effects with Claude, Chris Hope, James Ward. Asgard Studios. Hey, Asgard, how you doing? Nature's Beauty. She's a beautiful woman. Chris Hope. Remote Pilots Australia. Swift Fox FPV. Mr. Doughboy's in the house. Let me see. Oh, Mike Roche is in the house. Rick Halber. And then Chris Hope was saying, Mike, hello, brother. And then Brent Nunley is saying, hey, Phantom.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what the hell? It's working. Okay. Hey, hi, everybody.
Yay. So, hey, Paul Murray, I'm sorry. I'll fix it in a bit. Maybe, okay, because I was trying to see if I get you in, then maybe I can figure out a way to get Roger in, Paul. So we're okay now. So we'll just hold tough with where we are. So today I came in, and my interview is going to be with Phantom Flight 101. And I have been watching a ton of video today because Phantom has been doing videos for what, 2 years now?
Just about 2 years, almost
Just
2
about 2 years. So lots of video, lots of stuff going, and I have lots of questions. And the reason why I was trying to get a hold of you a little bit before the show is I was going to say, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? But now I'm thinking if there is, just tell me when I get on it.
Okay.
Okay? Because Novice Quad wanted me to ask about girlfriends. And what was that, Novice Quad? What else did you want?
Until he answers the question about his girlfriend, I'm not answering.
Hey, Kim. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So how long have you been flying drones?
Almost 2 years now. I'm gonna say, yeah, about 2 years. About 2 years.
Did you start with the Phantom?
The Phantom 3 Standard.
Wow, you just started with really a great quad.
Well, the reason why I had told this to Novice Quads once when we were talking about it is that when I was on my way to go buy a remote control car a few years ago. This was more than I want to say more than 3-4 years, about 4 years ago. And I I parked my car, and this guy was coming out of the store, and he put the drone down on the floor. I didn't know what it was. And he took off with this thing, and I was like, I'm walking across the street, I'm watching this thing go up in the air, and I'm like, what is that, man? And I'm looking, he's got his phone set up, and he's checking it out. I said, so he told me what it was, and I asked him how much do they cost, and I was like, wow, I can't afford that. I'm going to go get this car and come back. So I had the opportunity to get one, you know, at one time around Christmas time, and I just bought it.
So can I ask you a question? Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay, because I was going to ask when you walked in with this right around Christmas time.
With the who?
I was going to ask what the reaction was when you walked in, because 2 years ago, the Phantom 3, wasn't it the quad to have?
Well, the Phantom 4 had just come out.
Oh, okay.
The Phantom 4 had just come out when I got it. And the Phantom 3 Pro was out already, that and the Advance. And I was trying to make my decision between one of those two and the Standard. And I was saying to myself, well, you know, you're just first starting out. You might take this thing up and crash it. So instead of buying one for $1,000, you might want to try one that's a little under $1,000 or so, and work your way from there. But I kind of got bored with it quick.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because once you start flying and you get that itch and you get that urge to get out there and fly, and you're doing it every day, you start to notice in New York with that, you know, because it's a Wi-Fi drone. It's limited here in New York City. You know, everywhere there's an alarm, there's a car alarm, there's an alarm on a building, there's an alarm on a store, there's Wi-Fi signals everywhere, Wi-Fi antennas everywhere. That thing doesn't get that far.
Oh, wow. So, hi, Anthony Benson, Little Dumpling in the house, Drone Bums in the house. Russ, Droning About Northwest came in. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh yeah, Novice Quad. Okay, I'll get that question. Yeah, okay. Okay. He said you are married. Who's that he's married to? Let me check. You're married to your drone.
I was gonna tell you, Val, to just, you know, block him.
He wanted to talk about the 22 children and your life with your drone, your significant other. Did I cover everything?
He's got jokes.
He's got jokes.
Yeah.
He remembers last week. Yeah, I know. Okay, so tell me about where you were brought up.
Well, I've been born and raised in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah?
Born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm still in Brooklyn, New York.
So do you love it?
Well, it's what I know. I mean, I've been in other places, but this is home. You know, I've been upstate. I've been out of the state. I've been out of the country, and this is home. I mean, you know, this is what I know.
So when you were out of the country, where were you?
Well, both of my parents are not from this country. They're from Panama.
Really?
So I visited Panama, you know, twice.
Nice. We have some friends down that way in like Peru.
Okay.
And yeah, so nice. So you've gone back there?
Yes, I visited.
Yeah.
But my parents, they don't even go back anymore. So
no,
we're just here.
Yeah. So what kind of schools were you going to? Were they all within Brooklyn area?
Well, most of the school I went to was in Brooklyn. From like elementary school up until high school, and then after that, I went out. You know, I was upstate for a while, and then I went out to Missouri actually to go to school.
Really?
But I started in elementary school not too far from the house, and for first and second grade, I went there. And then I went to a private school for third grade, And then from there, I was in private school up until my last year of junior high school.
Wow.
And
Yes.
I grew up in public school, and I went to public school for high school. Did pretty good. And I went to college.
So what was it like for you to be in Missouri? We have some drum players out that way.
Well, Missouri was different. When we got hit with all that snow and that cold in November, I was like, what is this? Because, I mean, it snows here in New York, but not like that. Not like that. Mm-mm.
It's like when you watch those prairie type shows where they have the string from the barn to the house and you have to have it just to find your way back and forth.
Well, you know what happened? I was there because I got a scholarship to play football because I played football in high school.
Nice.
And it was like, I think it was like 3 to 4 weeks left of the season. And this big snowstorm came down. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. It was too cold.
Oh, I bet.
And you know, these are the pre-Under Armour days. We didn't have all that special fancy stuff these guys have today.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Sunshine, welcome in.
It was tough it out and stay next to the heater when you're on the sideline.
Oh my gosh. So was that college you were out in Missouri or was it?
Yeah, it was college.
How long did you stay there?
I was out there for about 2 years because I was upstate in Hudson Valley Community College.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I went over into Culver Stockton in Missouri. Another private school.
Oh my gosh. So what were you studying in college? What was your focus?
I was an art major.
Nice.
My emphasis was in photography. And at that time, it was a lot of 35 millimeter black and white stuff.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And
but it would speak to how come you're so good in the videos that you do.
Well, you see, that's what I wanted to go to school for. And the school that I had got accepted to, I was going to do that in. My parents felt that I was going to go there and hang out and party and stuff like that and not finish school. So they wouldn't let me go there. And Culver Stockton came calling and they said they were going to give me a scholarship. And they said, that's where you're going to go.
Navis asked me to ask you, when do you plan on getting married?
I told you, Val, to just delete him or block him, or I'm going to find a way to get on the chat and do it. He wants to know when I plan to get married.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she didn't ask me yet.
And he's laughing. LOL is putting down here.
Tell him she didn't ask me yet.
Huh?
Tell him
she hasn't asked you yet? He needs to get asked before he knows. He has to be asked. So you went to college, you studied photography. Then what brought you back to Brooklyn? Brooklyn.
Well, like I said, Brooklyn was home. I came home, and this is gonna sound crazy to you, but I used to work in this warehouse in between going from when I got out of high school 6 months early. So I was working at this warehouse, and it was a pretty good job. It was in the electrical field where we were supplying electrical contractors. And I was doing that in the summertime in between working. And every summer when I came home, I was back at the warehouse. So when I came home, they offered me the job again because I was looking for something to do. Didn't know what I was going to do with my degree. And I got in there. I got into the union. And my father was an electrician. So he spoke to some people at the union. And then next thing you know it, I was an electrical apprentice. And I went back to school for another, 5.5 years. while I was working as an apprentice, and that's why I was working in construction. So,
Wow.
and now I'm still here.
So let me make sure I heard that right, because these guys are saying that you need to be married because you shouldn't escape the pain.
I shouldn't escape the pain.
I'm sorry. So I'm trying to think that I didn't miss anything, but I'm trying not to pay attention to you guys in the chat. Wakey, hi. Okay, Dugan. Hey, how you doing? So you were so you're now at the warehouse and in construction?
Well, no, I was working after working in this warehouse for all those years. I was now in construction after that, because I didn't want to stay in the warehouse. And the guy I was working for in the warehouse, he understood. He said, "You got a degree, I want to give you a job in the office." No longer working out back with the other guys. But then, when you're the lowest guy on the totem pole in the office, when they need you to do something, that you're the guy that they asked to do it.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
And my father told me, he said, it's the same union, it's better pay, better benefits. So I went in and became an apprentice.
So what are you doing now?
What do I do now? Well, I talk to novice quads a little too much. No, well, I'm still an electrician. I just, I don't know. I was telling Roger one time that I had hurt my back, and I had an accident on the job more than 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I accumulated a couple of injuries in 2 different accidents. And I continued to work, and the doctor begged me to come out and have surgery. And I told the doc I'm good. But then it got to the point where I wasn't able to do the things that I was doing before, and I wasn't able to go to work. So I decided I'm going to come out and just have the surgery. And I've been out of work now about 3 years on workers' comp.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I'm finding that more and more when we do the apprentice jobs, or the electrician, or the plumbing, or even house cleaning, whatever that is, that's manual. There's a lot of manual labor. We get hurt. And it is it makes it hard to figure out now what. But you're flying.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to take this in another direction so as that I can slowly get away from the construction site.
Right. And I think it's great.
I'd rather take pictures of the construction site than to move around big, heavy objects and install them.
Right. I'm going to tell you, because we know, like, Roger did the same thing. He got hurt. He ended up having to stop. A lot of our guys who do those harder jobs end up having this happen to them. And so that's why I love this community, because it's like we kind of all find each other. So what do you want to do with your channel, Phantom?
What do I want to do with my channel? Well, the one thing that I started out, I didn't really want to do anything with it. I started putting videos on it because I watched other people's videos, and I was watching a video that a guy put on one time, and he said, don't be afraid to share some of the things that you take pictures of. Don't be afraid to share some of your videos. Just put it out there. And I said, well, what do I have to lose? And I put it out there. I started the channel. I put the videos out there. It was just mainly to entertain and to show some of the places that I've gone. And as I met other people, I started going other places and more places, because I actually met, like I said, novice quads not that long after I had started flying. And we started going to different places because we're a member of one of the largest drone communities here in New York City, the NYC 5 borough drone meetups.
Yeah.
And we have guys that it's so big at the point now that there's like 3 to 4 different meetups a week in different locations. So we were going to different places and flying. And I just started to accumulate this video, and I just put it out there for people to see different places that I've been, just to, you know, and I kind of wanted to go in the direction of, you know, places that were interesting, you know, to some people. Like I did a video there on the Navy Yard. I mean, you know, I put in I don't know, I don't believe a lot of people read some of the description either. I put a little brief stuff in some of the description, you know, on where the place is and some of the information on some of the places that I go to. And that's basically what I really wanted to do with it. And then it started to evolve, and I got more into it, and I actually learned the proper way of going about editing, and it consumed me. and,
Right.
and now it's something that I try. I don't know, some people might not like the choice of music that I use, but I try to use music that's actually entertaining. You know, it's entertaining to me, and I've had other people say that they like the music, but I don't know. I'm quite sure there's other people that don't like it. But yeah,
I
that's
thought
like
your music is fine. I don't know.
I didn't hear you.
I like the music that you have on your channel. I also like how you were doing your intros.
Thank you. Well, you know what's funny? The intro thing that came about one day. I did it once, and I got a comment about it, and the person liked it. So I decided to stay with it. And, you know, and then, you know, I went to one of the meetups, and guys at the meetup was complimenting me on it, and they were saying something about it. So I just took it and ran with it. And then, you know, that's just me, and that's my voice. I don't think my voice sounds the same to you as it sounds to me.
I like your voice, Orlando.
Thank you
so much. Those guys, fans supporting. Oh yeah. We're going to talk about those guys because I am such a big fan now that I'm watching. I am an extreme fan of that. But what I like now is I noticed that back, you know, you were doing your stuff, you were going up, and I was surprised at how many people were critiquing your videos.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that? It'd be like, oh, it's shaking here, it's moving here, or the colors here, and I was reading your replies. That's the effect I was going for, you know. I was like, and that's how that ends up, isn't it?
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that. I posted, like I said, I really, you should have seen my operation in the beginning, and I told Novice about it. He saw it, and I had a setup to do video, and it was funny. I didn't have a computer, didn't have any real software. I had a card reader, 2 tablets, and this Google Share video thing that I used to mess around with. And like I said, I was just learning how to fly. And sure, you're going to see like a little jerky movement there and this thing and certain things, and, you know, and editing video on a tablet with a card reader. I mean, what was I going to get? I did the best I knew, and I did the best I could, you know, and it's funny, like you mentioned that, but I had uploaded some videos to this one drone group on Facebook, and these 2 guys used to chop me up every week. And if I felt like I don't know if you remember this thing called Night at the Movies with these 2 movie critics, Siskel and Ebert.
Yes, I've seen them. Remote Pilot Producing.
I felt like I had a movie or something being critiqued by these 2 guys, and these guys used to chop me up every week. So one day I put out a video, and one guy, this guy named Anthony, he commented on the video, and I said to him, "Thanks for the words of encouragement. It's not that often that you get any words of encouragement in this group." And the same two guys jumped right on me and started to go after me about how they created this group to do this, that, and the other, and to help people to improve on their video skills. And he was just going off. And I said, I was talking to Anthony, and the mere fact that you got involved in this tells me that you two guys know how you get down, okay, Siskel and Ebert? And they kicked me out the group.
I think that's great.
They kicked me out the group.
You got kicked out?
Yeah, they kicked me out the group. So I mean, I didn't lose anything. I met 100 more people that are much nicer than them, or that were actually really willing to help.
Yeah.
Than not. And you know, it's funny.
The
first day that I met Novice Quads, we were at a meetup, and this guy that put me on the five boroughs, he told me, he said, when you go down there, there's this guy, Lawrence, he runs the whole thing. So I was like, all right, I go down there and I meet the guy. And I met him, and when we were leaving, I was gonna give him a ride back to the train station. I was telling him I really would like to learn how to edit video. And he took it upon himself to teach me how to do it.
Wow.
So I really appreciate him for that, and for what he's done to help me. Even though you're still listening, don't tell him this, block him from putting any weird questions up there.
I know, because he wants me to ask all the questions that are just a little off, I think. So, Sidewinder, I am going to go ahead and mod you. Let me give you a moderator. So we got a lot of people in the chat, guys. It's just, I'm having trouble concentrating on the chat and on the interview. And sometimes that's the way my brain works. So sorry about that. But Novice Studio, or Novice Quads, wants you to know that you're his hero.
I'm his hero. Okay, thank you.
And Drone Effects with Claude, I've been kicked out of many groups. They did not like my table dancing videos. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. I don't know what else to say to that, Claude. Oh. Okay. We'll just move on. We'll move along. So, the Coney Island video, I really like that.
You did? Thank you, because I didn't really think that was a good video for me.
You know what? I was raised on the East Coast. Go to Ocean City, go up and down the seaport, stuff like that, down to Myrtle Beach, all these different places, and I miss it. And I was just like, oh look. And so
just opened up.
It did?
Yeah, they just opened for the season.
Oh, did you used to be a weightlifter?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Before I got hurt, I used to eat, sleep, and drink the gym.
Did you?
Yeah. And about 5 years removed from the gym, I haven't gone because of the injuries to my knees and my back.
Oh my gosh. How hard that been for you not to be able to go? Because once you do the gym, you're really into it.
You know, I tried, and I would go. If I went today, I'm not getting up tomorrow, and I might not even get to work.
Right.
And it was that painful.
I am really sorry that's happened to you. Ask Phantom. Paul Murray wants me to ask you, if you could fly any copter, what would you choose, and why would you choose it?
Ooh. If I could fly any, well, of the kind of drones that I fly, well, I fell in love with the P4 Pro, and I like the P4 Pro, and I tell you why I get into it with guys with this whole thing with the Phantom and this and that. This one's better, or that one's better, or this one. I don't care which one is better. All I know is what that camera can do. And that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Paul Murray's question, that's a toss-up between that Inspire 2 and the Phantom 4 Pro. Because right now, those cameras, the camera on the Phantom 4 Pro, hard to beat. They came out with the Mavic, this Mavic Pro 2.
Yep.
But until they put a global shutter on that camera, she'll never be a Phantom 4 Pro. I don't care what the dynamic rate, the bit rate on the color and all this other stuff that they went with that thing. Until they put a global shutter on that camera, she'll never be a Phantom 4 Pro.
So Novice Claude said his name is Phantom. Hello. Yes, Paul. It was kind of a giveaway, but I wasn't going to say anything, Paul, because we love you. We do. Oh, do you ever fly fixed wings?
No.
No, he doesn't. Green Patches.
No. I would like to.
Yeah. So another one I watched that you did was at the meetup, and there were all kinds of people there. It was like there were girls there, there were guys there. It wasn't just a. Do you know which meetup I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think of which video you're talking.
It was I think around the 10-month mark.
The 10-month mark.
And it was a meetup and a giveaway. The guy was doing a giveaway and he was doing a meetup. And you decided to go to that.
Let me see. In my videos?
Oh, yes. I think it was yours. May have been. I don't think it was Frantic Flights. It could have been. I was watching so many videos today. Let me go back. Oh, your live stream. I love you were trying to live stream. That was cool. Hold on. So have you done any of the meetups? Maybe it was Frantic Flight.
Have I done any of the meetups? As far as a video of the meetup?
Yeah.
Just one. If you check out, I actually hosted a meetup, and it was in at Northport.
Yeah.
The one that says Northport and Cold Spring Harbor.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That one. That was at a meetup. Because we actually, one of the guys in the group, he's from out that area, and he invited Novice Quads and I out there to come and fly one day. We went out there to fly with him, and he said he always has to come into the city for meetups, and no one has a meetup out in Long Island. So I decided I was going to have a meetup out there, and he said he flew there all the time. So we all go over there to fly, and what happens is the local authorities come, and I think you have to be a resident in that area over there, or you're not allowed to be on that beach, and you're not allowed to park in that area unless you have a permit.
Oh, geez.
So we all had to leave, and another one of the guys in the group says that we can go over to Cold Spring Harbor where he flies all the time. So that's why we all, we transported everything over there and continued to meet over there.
So the guy just didn't realize that Northport to Cold Spring Harbor, he just didn't realize you couldn't fly.
Well, I think what it was is that he goes there every day or every other day or so by himself.
Yeah.
And when you got 5-6 cars pull up in the parking lot and it's like 4 or 5 people deep in each car and everybody's got a drone or two, I think it kind of like the people who want to launch their boats from over there, like, yo, where do I park and how do I get my boat in there? And and it became an issue.
Novice Quads is trying to get people to ask you to dance. Are you famous for a certain dance?
No, what it is that he was supposed to dance on our live stream, and he hasn't yet. Ask Roger. Roger knows all about it.
He says, when is Phantom Flight 101 going to start dancing for money?
Never.
What? Novice? He's getting me to ask bad questions, isn't he?
Told you to block him.
Novice Quad, don't be bad. No bad.
Roger remembers when he was supposed to be dancing.
Yep,
he just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Nikos Poloski, hey, how you doing? Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, Roger danced.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why mattresses like that for money? There you go.
I think it's time that Novice Quads dance is on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. So talk to me a little bit about why you started those guys. What prompted that?
Okay. I don't know if you looked at, well, you said you looked at a lot of my videos and you asked me about meetups. Almost none of them are at meetups. They're either where, oh, well, you know what? Actually, the ship graveyard was a meetup too.
Yeah.
But everything else is wherever Novice Quads and I have just gotten up and traveled to on our own. And it was that one time where, you know, we were going a couple of different places and guys would, you know, ask us, oh, where you flying at? Where you flying at? And we tell a couple of people to meet up with, you know, come on over, we're going to fly over there. And what we noticed at one point was that, you know, when guys are looking for a place to fly, if it didn't come from Novice Quads, it was they were just going to the same places that we would go to, and I mean I don't care about those things, but you know it became a thing where I guess people thought we were alienating them in the group and we were just doing our own thing, but we were around at the same time. It was a time issue. Like he's home in the day, I'm home in the day. So we were able to fly during the week when I was able to get back on my feet after my knees had healed and stuff like that. Because I was out for a minute and we were able to go and fly. And we were doing it during the week while everybody else is at work. So that's why we would go in different places. And then it had gotten back to me that we were referred to as those guys. those guys. So, you know, I don't know if you remember, but we were at a park in the Bronx, Bridge Park. Mm-hmm. And Novice was doing his intro. And it just hit me at one point. Just jump in and just throw it out there. You know, I just threw it out there with those guys.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way you guys do your live chat. I mean, it's informative, it's interesting, it's funny. You do a great job on that.
Thank you. Well, and mainly him, you know, he can really talk. I'm quite sure you can see he can type too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Novice Quads is saying Sunday nights with those guys is going to be on Phantom Flight 101 channel this weekend. I have to work and will be on late. So yes, guys, it comes on at 5 Eastern. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's on for a couple hours. It's on until I start my show at 7. I mean, it's a great thing to watch. Now, their live stream is just fabulous. So I'll just say that. So, you know, but please come to mine anyway.
Oh, I always send everybody that way.
Yeah, but they are great. They're really great. You'll have a good time. and they really talk about drones. They talk about a lot of stuff, and it is extremely interesting. Hey, Plummet FPV, how you doing, darling? Nice seeing you. Fly Naturals in the house.
Hey,
Our
Fly
studios. We got all the guys here, so it's really nice. So you started doing those guys, and was it like 8 weeks ago that you started?
Those guys started up, yeah, probably about that, maybe probably a little less. I don't know. I'm trying to remember exactly when it started because it came to us a while. Well, it it came to us a minute ago, and it just something that I wanted to use. You know, it was probably, yeah, about a month now or so. Yeah, a little over a month.
So does it only come on one night a week?
Well, we've decided to bring it on twice a week. We're trying to develop something for another night during the week from my channel. And we were thinking about maybe a Wednesday night. I don't know. I didn't want to, bump into anybody, and, everybody's on one channel. And, Thursday nights is a hard night for live stream, especially about drones.
Right. And I think depending on when you're coming on will denote how busy it is, right?
True.
And during the weeks, I don't know. I first started coming on Tuesday nights at 6, but then, things just turned out where I get to do 7, so I just bumped it up to 7. But yeah, I don't know, but I just come on when you want to come on.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking the same time, but probably on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to do Tuesday, but just keep the same days. Yeah, because you guys do great. I love watching your stuff. So you're doing that, and this week on Sunday it's going to be on your channel. So guys, don't forget those guys, Phantom 101. When you're doing your channel, I'm assuming that if you can make this your work,
okay,
that would be fabulous for you, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be lovely. I wouldn't have to lift all those big heavy pipes anymore.
Right, and you've already hurt yourself once doing that, so or a couple times, I'm sure. So, do you and Novice Quads have any plans for pushing even harder to get that to happen for you?
Well, actually, yes. We planned on if everything goes well, we're gonna run a test tomorrow. Another test on it tomorrow, and I'm going to make sure everything is working. And once I get used to playing around with it, and it becomes like the back of my hand, second nature, it'll be up and going, no problem. Just like on Sundays,
right?
And I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that it's just it's still work, right? YouTube channels are still work. It's still hard. Work. It's as hard as anything. I think.
Actually, I put a little bit more time into this now than I did with my regular job.
Yeah.
But as funny as this may sound, I'm quite sure that the guy that I was working for did in the beginning too.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I like watching drone videos. I like watching camera drone videos because I find them so cinematic and so beautiful when everything comes together. I also like, I don't know how much you like it, but the FPV, when everything comes together just perfectly. I mean, I think that we're just going to keep, as a drone community, keep growing, right? All of our different people that are in it, they're going to keep growing, because certainly you have a very nice community.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I mean, you have a lot of supporters out there. You are in New York. You're showing people you can fly in New York. And I think a lot of us think, you know, you're not supposed to fly in New York or any of the cities, and we're finding out that's not completely true.
Nope. One of the places that I've gone that, and I'm quite sure you've heard it, that Philly was kind of drone friendly.
Yes, I did hear that from Philly Drone. Of course, Philly Drone's my guy. I just adore him. And yeah, but they do a lot more stuff in Philly than I thought. I don't like the peeing out in the open, Philly. I'm just going to tell you. I don't know that you know, I've heard, hey, Somerville. Yeah. Yeah.
It was more so if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Yeah, I haven't quite got over that visualization yet. So
Well,
maybe another week it'll wash out of my head.
well, you ought to come to New York when you're looking to park your car and it's alternate side of the street parking, and you want to park your car in a good spot for tomorrow, and you're circling the block and you're out there sitting in your car for an hour, and an hour and a half goes by, and then you get that, I gotta go. And I haven't found a spot yet.
So that's the one thing about having a car in New York, right? I mean,
Yeah, it makes you want to sell it sometimes.
yeah, New York isn't car friendly, I don't think.
It could be, but we've had some real geniuses running this place. Not to talk politics or anything, but you take a congested city that's got 2 lanes going this way and 2 lanes coming back, and you squeeze it into 1 lane and a bike lane, and
Right.
you just built the traffic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then whenever they feel like it, they'll take a whole block and put no parking there.
Just because, why?
Because they can. The city does that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, so I don't know.
What's your favorite place to fly?
My favorite place to fly. I don't really have a favorite place. From all of the videos that I did, one of the places that I liked the most was out actually at Lake Welch, and when I was in Long Island City. Because when we were in Long Island City, we had such a great vantage point to fly from. You know, we were right in the middle of everything where that train yard was, and we could see everything, and it was so easy to fly there and to shoot that. You know, the lake not so much, but that was another one that I liked doing. And Kings Park was pretty good too. It was a nice place to check out because I had seen it once on a video where some people went inside, and I was like, I think these people are crazy, but you know, I wouldn't have went in there. I wouldn't have went in there.
Oh my God.
Nope. I wouldn't have been there.
Really quick, I'm going to say hi to a couple people in the chat. We have, let's see, I thought I saw new people. Of course, Philly Drones is here now in the chat. Choo choo! Night Train is in the chat. We got Back from the Sky. Who else? 616 came in. Hi guys, if I'm missing anyone, know that it's not intentional. So when I saw you on those guys, you were talking about wanting to maybe go to Philadelphia and do some flying.
We got to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were there a couple of times, and we had fun out there, but there was still more. There was still more to see, you know, and we didn't get a chance to see all of those places. And I'd like to get back there and catch some of them. You know, once you start flying, you with a bunch of people, it's kind of hard when you got to pack up and drive to another location, find parking. So I think we need to start out earlier and work our way through the day so we can get more. But yeah, it's still a place that's open for more shooting, for more video.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia is absolutely beautiful, but so is New York. I mean, they both have their beauties in them, and I think from drone, it's gorgeous.
Well, if you remember the video I did, flying over Brooklyn Point,
Mm-hmm.
that was another video I wanted to do because almost every single building in that video did not exist when I was a little kid growing up.
Wow.
Almost not one of them. And from that high up, I can actually see far over to my neighborhood.
Wow. Nice. So with you going to college, going back to Brooklyn, working in Brooklyn, going into construction, getting injured as an electrician, going back out, where do you see yourself being in 10 years? What do you want to do?
Ooh, in 10 years, I would have, from this point here, 10 years, I would love for my YouTube channel to take off, maybe adding a couple more thousand subscribers, a few more thousand subscribers.
Right. Hey, Michael.
And everything running well. And, with me working on getting my 107, probably doing some things in the drone industry as far as, I was looking into also thinking about checking out mapping and stuff like that, learning that.
Yeah.
But something in the drone industry. That's what I would like to do, something in the drone industry.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say I think that it's gonna start really opening up now with being with drones, because a lot of people are starting to find jobs within the drone industry.
Right. And then we have those guys. It's not only just a live stream. Those guys are whenever him and I are out together and we're gonna fly in the same place, we kind of do a little thing here and there, with him in my intro and I'm in his intro, and we just do our own, little thing. Not for competition's sake, but just, we were for those guys.
Yeah.
Just to promote those guys.
Well, and now you guys have been friends for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. And you have a program together, you fly together. So I don't know. I think that is one of the coolest things that can happen when we're out flying, is to find someone who enjoys the same thing we do and has the same kind of temperament. And I would say that the thing I've noticed about your temperament is you don't like people telling you can't fly places, or that they're going to take your drone.
Well, I just thought it was a little weird that the lady, she came and told us that if her supervisor was there, he would take your drone. I'm like, I didn't ask you. We didn't ask you that, one. And two, I had to let her know that, no, he would ask me to leave, but he wasn't going to take my drone.
Yeah, right. These aren't gifts that were given away.
I don't see a reason for him to need to take my drone. You can ask me to leave the park, but you can't. You don't have to think that you can take my drone.
Yeah, back from the sky saying we need to open up a whoop flying indoor park in Queens. Yeah, I think being able to fly, it seems like around my area we have so much desert and places that you can go and you can fly. I would think it'd be so much harder in New York, where you have all the buildings and all the people and all the roads. And does it ever get frustrating for you trying to find places to fly?
Yes and no. Recently, I started to notice that guys are having trouble in areas where we were before. They're not allowed to take off anymore.
Right.
And I don't know, it seems to vary from drone to drone because it's not happening to one guy, but it's happening to another guy. You know, it's not happening to one specific kind of drone, and it's happening to another drone. I don't know. I wasn't having those problems. I did occur a problem where I had to have, well, send my drone in, whereas that
Was this with
like
DJI when they put you through that long ordeal?
well, just to ship it out but because they use ground ship and they send ground ship all the way to California, and you have to wait for it to get there, them to check it out, tell you what's wrong with it. You say go ahead, they repair it or take one out of the closet and send it back to you. And
Yeah, where in the closet were you getting that one drone that came with the same problem you had before?
huh? I didn't hear you.
So on the one I watched, it was a longer video, and it was on how they almost ruined your summer.
Yeah.
And they kind of found one and just sent it to you and said, "This is a good drone," and it had the exact same problem.
They tell you that if your drone needs major repair, they'll just send you one that's comparable to where the status of your drone is. I guess they go in their closet somewhere and they pull out one that they claim is quality tested and everything and send it to you. You know, and they sent me back the same controller with a new drone. And I had the same issues with that one. And at this time now they wanted me to send it back to them again, ground ship, and I insisted that they send me a 2-day shipping label. So they did that. They received it back, and they sent me out another drone and another controller. So now I was using this one since I would say probably was that last August. And now this one doesn't like satellites anymore.
Oh, geez.
So it won't connect to satellite. It'll connect and let me take off. But once I get up and flying, it will disconnect from satellite altogether. It will not find a satellite.
Oh, geez.
So I'm flying, you know, in ATTI mode the whole time. And why I don't really have too much of a problem with that. The biggest problem I have with all of that not being able to find satellites was what happens when it doesn't want to find the home point.
Right.
So let them check that out and you fix that and get back to me.
So how many drones do you have?
3.
And what kinds are they?
Well, I have the little Tello here, and I have the P3 standard up here.
Okay.
You know, I have those 3, and you know, the Phantom 4 Pro, and you know, it went back in for a checkup.
So at least you have your Phantom 3, so at least you can fly that, right?
You know what the problem is with the Phantom 3? To fly that Phantom 3 standard here in New York, you need some kind of a boosted antenna to actually get some distance with it, because once you get halfway across the park, you know, that's your limit. And when it starts triggering all these return to homes, you know, you start getting frustrated. So I had bought an antenna for it, and sometimes I just, like, now after I've been in, you know, it's like this. If you had a Honda Civic, once you got into a Bentley, you're not going back. You're just not going back. You know, you'll do whatever you got to do to keep those payments coming.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Yeah, because that's what I say. If you're used to eating sirloin, that's great. But once someone gives you a T-bone, then it's like, but sirloins are great, but not after you've had a T-bone.
Right.
Let's see. What my drones on? Okay, let's see. I thought someone glad to see you out and flying again. That is, oh, that's for Roger. Ask Phantom why he is so buggy to fly the Phantom 3. At least he can fly.
It doesn't have great range. And in New York City, with all
That
the
was from
Wi-Fi
Nava.
signal, with all of the Wi-Fi signals, it doesn't get good range. He knows that.
He does. He just wants to keep rubbing it in. I think so. I think so.
I got halfway across the Hudson River and was having breakup.
So when you did Coney Island, you were really far from that, weren't you?
Some of it. Some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it.
Because it looked like you flew in and then you went down and around. It was great.
Yeah, I started that video. That video is actually shot from a couple of different locations. I started in a park across that water. If you saw how the video started, I was on. There's a park over there that has an airfield for flying RC, and I took off from over there and flew straight out over the water and into Coney Island.
So Novice is saying, but it's better than nothing. Some people can't fly that far.
What, across the baseball field?
He's like, yeah, I think that's what he was saying. Yeah, some people can't fly even across the baseball field. Yeah, that's Novice Quad helping you.
Yeah, okay.
Helping you see. Yeah. So yeah, back on half of something is better than all of nothing. It's back from the sky. So I do think that once you get used to flying something really good, it'd be hard to go back to flying something that just didn't give you the response or the flight time or that you wanted. It would be hard. Of course it would be. So I'm with you on this one.
The P3 standard, it has a great camera. It's just Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And had it been the P3 Professional, even the Advanced that has the exact same camera, I wouldn't have that same issue with it. Because even though some people don't believe it, you know, and I had this conversation with Novice Quads that everybody that knows DJI came because of Lightbridge. They came to DJI because of Lightbridge. That's how they discovered DJI. Not for the Phantom 3 standards Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So on yours, you don't have Wi-Fi on your 4. It doesn't do Wi-Fi.
No, the Phantom 4 Pro is Lightbridge.
Wow. Let's see. Bigger. Oh, Mr. Doughboy Fett said at least it's further than he can throw his phone.
How heavy is his phone?
I don't know. Must be. Hey, Mr. Doughboy, happy to see you in here, darling. So
don't get me wrong, I'll fly it. Like I said, it's just not the same. I can't get it. Well, depending on the building, maybe I can.
Right. What was your favorite building that you've flown around?
Well, you haven't seen those videos. From the videos that I've done, probably the Long Island City ones, and that's a good question. Man, probably those. The one and the ones from downtown Brooklyn in Brooklyn Point, where they're putting up those. You know, that's an apartment building.
It is?
Yeah, that's going to be an apartment building. 70-something stories of apartments.
Oh my God. I just don't think, how can that be safe?
Well, I don't know where they're finding all these people.
I know, and they're putting them in 72 feet up, and which must mean that there's elevators like crazy. What happens when they go out? You're up on 72. You're not coming down from that.
No, well, they got department stores and all kind of stuff inside there. They don't have to come out of the building. And if it
The
takes them all
department
day to
stores
walk the groceries upstairs, then so be it.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I don't. There's no love lost for me and them.
Oh, wow. Let me,
Mhm.
Novice Quads wants to know, have you ever flown somewhere you should not have flown?
Well, pick the video. I mean, no, no, not really, not really. I mean, you find out later on that sometimes that you weren't supposed to be there, but when we check on before you fly and other stuff like that, it never said you couldn't, and that's why we take off. And plus, sometimes the drones, well, like when we did the ship graveyard, I guess it was kind of close to the airport, because even when we fly from one of the airfields out here that's designated for drones and RCs, it still says you're close to the airport and it asks you to acknowledge it. So you acknowledge that you assume all risk and they let you take off.
Okay. So it's actually like these small airports you can go fly at.
Well, the airfield's designed for RC.
Okay.
We have a few parks here in the city that have RC airfields in them, and it's funny because I was telling Novice Quads, the one at Flusher Meadows, it can't be more than 2 miles, 3 miles from the airport. It can't be.
Really?
And they let us fly RC there
Well,
because it's the park, and on the other side of the park is where they had the World's Fair with the you've probably seen it in when you said you watched my videos in the compilation. It opens up with that sphere. That's where they had the stadium is to the left of that, and then the airport's right there.
So, so Phantom, when you're flying, have you ever hit anything in the air?
No.
No
Never.
birds?
No.
So Novice Quad, no lying.
Never hit a bird.
Novice Quad says, did that bird survive?
Never hit a bird. I did have a bird come straight at my P3 one time.
Really?
And when it kept coming, he stopped and took off. He pulled up and took off. So I never hit anything.
So I know that a lot of people, especially when they live a little more in the country, when they're flying, they can have hawks come after theirs. They have eagles coming after them off spray.
Mm-hmm.
So do you find a lot of that happening, pigeons, whatever, when you're in New York flying?
Well, we were up in High Bridge, and they had some hawks up in that tower, but they seemed like they were either they've seen drones before, or they didn't want no part of it, because when we got close to the tower, they took off.
Okay.
They sat there and watched for a while, and then they just left.
They're like, I don't want any part of this.
Yeah, they didn't want any part of it. I know when I did the video at Prospect Park, the geese were in the lake, and when I started to go over the lake, they left too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. Some geese, the geese around here can be a little mad. They don't like, they don't like us flying around the middle hall. They can get a little uppity. That's
when I did the video over in what's that, Wallabout Bay, you see geese when I was landing. There were a ton of them over there. And while I was flying, some guy came over with a whole big bag of bread and just dumped it out there for him, and more of them came.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, how am I going to land with these birds hanging out here?
Right. We have a lot of them. If I'm driving my car, I have to be really careful this time of year because they're all over the streets. They'll walk into the highway. I've never seen anything like it with these geese that we have running around here. Oh my God. So tell me something, because you know what we always hear, and I've been to New York before, and I thought it was nice, but we always hear about things happening. How do you stay safe when you're out there flying in these? Well, you kind of have to find mostly deserted places, right? Places
Well,
where there's not a lot of people. You just walk out there by yourself.
you know what? It's funny you ask that. A lot of times people walk up and they ask you, what are you doing? And then when you tell them what they're doing, they hit you with the why. And when you tell them why, they ask you why. You get that a lot. And then if you get a bunch of kids, the kids are like, oh, can I see? And they're just like trying to get over your shoulder to see what's going on the screen. So yeah, sometimes it's best to go to a place where it's deserted, nobody can see you, and, you know, fly from a block or a half a block over to the object you want to shoot. Because people have a tendency to always jump in wherever they want to jump in. And they just want to get over, and they want to ask so many questions. And they have no intent. They have no interest in what you're doing. They just want to know.
Right.
That's how New Yorkers are. They have no interest in what you're doing. They just want to know what you're doing. They have to know. It's like I gotta know. You know? They don't care, but they just gotta know.
Yeah. What is that? What are you doing? And why are you doing it? And why are you doing it here?
Right.
Right.
They just gotta know. They don't care. They just have that need.
And Nava Squad says urban flying is not easy. Don't try it alone.
You know, it's funny because Novice Quads asked you to ask me if I was married, and it's funny because how I actually got into the drone thing was my girlfriend has a little boy,
Mhm.
and he's like a son to me. I call him my stepson. And he said to me one Christmas about 2 years ago. I asked him what he wanted for Christmas. He said, "I want a drone with a camera on it."
Oh,
And I'm like, "I
how old
want
is
a
he?
drone with a camera on it."
How old is he?
He was at the time 12.
Yeah.
And I went on Amazon and I got one of these Holly Stone drones. And I got that, and I was in Best Buy, and that's when I saw the P3, and I was like, I'm gonna get that for myself. So Christmas time comes, and I take him out with these drones. We set them up and everything, and I personally didn't like that Holly Stone toy gray drone, and he was frustrated with it, and he asked me if he can fly my Phantom, and I'm like, this is not one of your video games. So I let him take it. I let him take the controller, and I'm like, this kid flies this thing better than me.
Right.
So
Right.
I packed up the Holly Stone drone, sent it back, and I was on my way back to Best Buy to buy another P3 Standard. So if you see the video from Pilgrim, that's the guy I'm talking about, Jalen.
Oh my gosh. My grandson, I went out back. I was flying my Breeze and he wanted to fly it. So I said, okay. And I was just starting to get used to it. And he starts whipping it around the yard.
Yeah,
Like,
that's because they play video games.
That's right. And so he just had that controller. And I was just like, oh my gosh. My son, the same thing. Of course, he's in his 20s. He's just flying it everywhere. And I'm just like, really? Really? And they're better. Yeah, still
Yeah.
are better than me. But yeah, so is he still flying?
Yes, he flies out every now and then, more than because he picked up basketball. He's getting older now. He's looking into high school, and he could care less about me going out there every day and flying. He'll go when he feels like it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because that's how they are as they get older, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah.
But he was my original co-pilot until I found Novice Quads.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a couple of co-pilots until I found Novice Quads.
Thank you, Novice. So Novice Quad is your guy. I mean,
Yeah.
just as clear on everything I watch. That's your guy.
That's the guy I fly with on a day-to-day basis.
That's your guy. And you guys seem to really banter really well with each other. It keeps everything really interesting.
I guess it comes from talking to each other all the time.
Right?
You know, you talk to each other all the time, and you realize that even I even had conversations with people. You realize that you have a lot of things in common with people when you sit down and start talking to them. And you realize that you've probably gone some of the same places and done some of the same things.
Oh, yeah. So Mason, thank you for the super chat. You don't have to do that when you're late. There's no late entry fee. But I love you. Thank you. So Paul. Okay, live stream. Thank you, Paul. You're very kind. Yeah, for some reason I sent Paul, but he still hasn't come in. But Paul, thank you for the super chat. That was really, really nice of you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Huh?
Who's that? Paul Murray?
Yeah, Paul Murray. So Mason, so there's a couple stories behind this. Orlando came in and he watches you guys and he came in to support you and he gave me a super chat. And then Mason Kaiser, I told him our family graveyard was in Iowa, the Jagger Cemetery, and he was going through there and he stopped and he did a video for me, which he put on his channel of the Jagger graveyard and beautiful music and flying his drone. I don't know what the people of Iowa were thinking about that. I don't know that many people fly graveyards, but Mason did, and he has 171 views on that one particular video. Which is a really great thing. Of course, I told all the cousins that are in San Diego, my family back in Virginia, Maryland, everybody, that this was on and they should take a look if they've never been out to Iowa. And then Paul Murray gave me super chat because he's just a sweetie. So anyway, thank you guys. So I don't know why Paul did not get the thing that I sent him to come in, but he keeps saying he's not getting it. I was going to have him come in because I know you guys had met on those guys, and I wanted him to talk about what he thought about it, because, Paul, I'm sending you one more. It's from my Gmail account. I'm doing it. Just hit that send. I hope you can come in because, I know. Phantom, can I ask you a question?
I'm listening.
What's your first name? Metro Drive, you didn't have to do that. Oh my God. Thank you. What? I'm so confused. Drum tread on me. Thank you. Oh my God. They're very sweet. And you don't see the chat at all.
No,
I'm going to have you on every week.
I could probably bring it up, but I would probably lose something right now, and I
don't get off. Don't get off. So, Drone Tread on Me is just a fabulous guy who comes into our chats, and we just adore him.
Guys, him all the time on the Canadian Drone Hub, and whenever he comes on our show, he always shows us love too.
Yeah, because he's just a perfect guy. He's just wonderful. And then Metro Drones, always just a fantastic person. And he can't break the cycle. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. So Phantom Flight 101. What is your actual first name?
Herman.
Who? What?
Herman.
Herman.
Yes.
So is that what people call you? Say, hey, Herman?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they call you Herbie?
No, they call me Herman. Well, you know what? It's funny that you ask.
That way.
We're all around that age that we remember the television show. And
The Love Bug?
no.
Oh, Herbie the Love Bug? No.
I don't know if maybe it was. I don't know. I doubt it was local. They had a TV show called The Munsters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. And I'm quite sure you remember what the father on the show's name was.
I don't remember.
Him and I shared the same handle.
Herman?
Yes. So, growing up with that handle going to school was rough.
Yes. Yes.
That was
Herman's a good name.
That's my father's name.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, anytime those shows like that ended up with a name like what you had, like the Monkees used to sing a song, Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked in the halls and I hear that. They start singing it. I'm just like, oh, God's sake.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing it because they were nice. We're doing it, Valerie. No. Yeah. So I think we all live with that.
Yeah.
Get that name. So what made you choose Phantom Flight? Is it just because you love the Phantoms?
Well, you know what it is? I started with using my name. And Novice Quads and I were talking, and he was saying, you got to come up with something that catches people, but no one else is using. And it's funny because when I got my Gmail account, I actually wanted to use my name again. And I'm like, it's impossible that someone else is using it. I'm quite sure there is no one else out there with that, but someone else was using it. So, I realized that there is more than one Herman out there and more than one Herman Green. So I just started using, the Phantom Flight 101 because I was like, Phantom Flight. And I looked on there and I looked on YouTube and I was like, there's other things that are 101. And no one was using actually Phantom Flight 101. So I decided to run with it because I was flying a Phantom.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I used Val's Life Health Journey because it was more when I started, I had a lot of things in my head I thought I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't actually happen that way, but I changed it just to Val's Life. And then I find out that there's a few people using Val's Life.
Mm-hmm.
They all quit. They all quit putting stuff up. They have 3 videos or 4 videos, and I just say, you know what? I'll just do it. And then if I need to change it, I will change it. I mean, if it just comes out to it, I'll just change it. But so far, it's been okay. So, Philly Drone Life, just have patience. Okay. So now let's talk about something because you have been fairly successful when you talk about the smaller channels like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been fairly successful. You have over 2,000 subscribers. Wasn't it over 2,500 or something?
It's 2,300 and 3 before the show started. I think 2,303 before the show started.
Okay. And I'm assuming, can someone put the link for Philly for Phantom in so that we make sure we all have them? because they don't know that.
Well, I originally typed in the chat, but I can't do anything right now.
Now, so Novice Claude, would you mind putting in a link for him? No, it's Val's life. Val's life. Oh my God. He's got 15 bucks on the D Recorder community. Oh, nice. So if you have someone like, thank you, Novice Quads, because there are some new people, maybe you don't have, and I want to make sure you get them all, but you have a really successful channel. So what do you say to those channels, like Philly Drone Life? What advice do you give when they're under 1,000, YouTube is making changes, and they want to get over that 1,000 so they can start rolling with how they were doing their streams maybe 2 weeks ago? What advice do you have for them?
Well, Novice Quad showed me this, and it's funny because you asked me what do I do. I told you I was an electrician. I started working in this warehouse. When I speak to people, what do I do? Well, I do aerial photography and videos, and I'm on YouTube. This is what I do. Let me show you. This is what I do. And I started with all of the family, friends of the family, and from there, Novice Quads told me, he said, everybody you speak to, when they ask you, what do you do? Well, I'm on YouTube. I do aerial photography and I do videography, stuff like that. This is what I do. And I'll even, like he probably mentioned to you, he showed me when the people like, well, can you show me that? I'll take their phone, because I'm not going to show you on my phone. I'm going to show you on your phone, and I'm going to bring up YouTube, and I'm going to subscribe to the channel and show it to you. Some of them stay, some leave, Then he also put me on to Canadian Drone Hub. And I've gone there and I've met people there, and I've subscribed to their channels, and they've subscribed to my channels. And I've gone to Pusa Studios, and I've met a lot of people over there.
Yeah.
And I've met people through the Misfits.
Yep.
I anybody that asks me what do I do, yes, I fly a drone.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, Novice Quad saying you must be consistent of all things. Put out a video once a week. And let me tell you what I think consistent is. And I don't know. I think Roger is so successful, not only because he's consistent and people can find him, but he actually puts in the grind every day, right? And you put in the grind because you're taking the photos, you're saying, hey, here I am. Oh, look at that. I'll hit subscribe to you. You're never going to miss me now. Let's click that bell. I mean, you're doing those things, and it takes an amount of, is it audaciousness to go out and just take the phone and do it? But you have to be a little audacious, don't you?
Well, they ask you to show them.
Yeah.
Or they ask you, well, you're on YouTube. I was like, yeah, we can pull your phone out. I'll show you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Start going to YouTube and they, how you spell it? And you spell it for them. They put it in, and you click the you click the subscribe button for them.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, I got cards, and then I didn't want to hand them out because I couldn't find my niche. I couldn't find what my niche was. You know what I'm saying? So I was all over the place. And so now I just tell people I interview fascinating people who fly drones. That's what I do. I interview people who are fascinating, because so far, Novice says he also uses TubeBuddy. Yeah, guys, for your tags, you want to do that.
That's another thing. There's TubeBuddy. There's the ways of titling certain things. Also, like I said, I'm a member of, oh God, I couldn't even tell you how many different drone groups on Facebook. And,
right.
Some of the people are in interchanging groups and stuff like that, but it's a lot of people.
But you don't get kicked out of every group you go.
Oh no, just in one group, but I spoke back.
Some of them will let you stay.
Yeah, well, I get, you know, a lot of those people are the people who have subscribed. I'm probably subscribed to a lot of them, and they watch my videos. I watch their videos. You know, everybody posts pictures. I look at their pictures, and what I was starting to get at one point was people would like your pictures and not watch your videos.
Right.
So I was like, why won't they watch my videos? So I slowed down on putting pictures out so they can watch the videos.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's the thing. I was using my Facebook to go in and do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it turned out that yeah, that it was I don't know, it just wasn't working, I think. But I don't belong to a lot of the groups. You know, I'm a member of the Canadian Drone Hub, and I can say that. But the other groups, not everybody likes me.
Well, they don't know you.
No, some of them they just don't, because I'm like,
Okay.
you know.
Do you know that you could be in a drone group on Facebook and they will never ever meet you?
Yeah,
They'll see your work.
yeah.
That's why I think it's so easy for some people to comment so harshly.
Yeah.
They'll never see you again or ever.
You know what I do is when I'm on channel sometimes, if they ask me to moderate and kind of make sure that it stays clean because we have kids that come in, right?
Mhm.
And I hammer them. I do. And people don't like me.
No, well,
I hit them with the wrench. We call it whack-a-troll, but they're not really trolls. They just got so out of sync that they just need a little time to think about it and then come back.
the whack with the wrench. At least it's not a hammer.
Oh, I just saying. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's me. And I like doing it. That's the problem.
Okay.
I enjoy it. My fingers get itchy when I see a troll and I start going, oh my goodness, I think that's a troll. Let's wait. Then he just whack. But my natural did it faster than me last time. Oh, Claude says I'm a troll tonight. Okay. No, trolls come in anymore. We don't get that many. The average YouTuber has the attention span of 3 minutes. If you can't show your work in 3 minutes or less, you will lose interest. Video influencers. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Val's life? Really? Let's not ask that and have them all come in and say. Oh my God, I just go around and make friends. That's all I can say I do. I go around and make friends. But I gotta say, once I saw, I went through all of Novice Quad's videos when I went to have them up, and you were in so many of them.
Okay.
And I don't know why I didn't know you guys were kind of linked at the hip a little bit, right? That you guys knew each other really well. I never put you two together. I'd see you and I'd see Novice Quads, never put together. When it hit all his videos, and I went like, oh my God, how fun is your life? How fun is your life?
Well, when it's not raining and it's not snowing and it's not windy, oh, we have a lot of fun because like I said, we'll get in the car and drive somewhere that no one in our entire Facebook group has gone to and get the scoop on that spot.
Nice.
And
See,
we get it. You know, we have a lot of fun. Like we did what was it? I think last year in the wintertime, Tibbetts Brook Park. There's a park up in I think that was Yonkers or New Rochelle. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but it was a little cold that day. There was a lot of snow on the ground, and the whole lake was pretty much frozen, except for where they have this like little brook with it's like a little waterfall. And it was a nice place to shoot. We were there, and no one bothered us because we were there by ourselves in the snow shooting this place.
Nice. Nice. You know, someone did put something in here. Novice Squad said video influencers link. So video influencers, that's Sean Cannell and Travis something, I think. But I watch their stuff too. I do. I think you have to watch the people who've done it so you can get a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's what and those guys are a great team also. And that's what I like when I see teams on YouTube, people who have just linked up. They make great teams because they're going to do those things like the video influencers do. They meet up. I mean, you guys have so much more than just what you're doing now. There's so much more in the future for you. And
Right.
so that's what I love about it, because you're going to have all kinds of projects you'll be doing.
Right. It can only go forward. I mean, we're doing it. We love it, you know, and every week we're looking for where we going next, where we going next, where we going next. And then there's places that some of them are so far that we just can't just say, let's just go and get it and come back. You know,
Right.
And we actually have like a list of places that we want to go get to. And like I said, some of them are too far to say, let's just go and come back within, like, you know, a couple hours. It's going to take us a couple hours or so to get there and a couple hours to get back.
Yeah, it is quite the distance. Living on the Eastern Seaboard, it seems like there's very few times that you drive and there's nothing, right? There's just open space.
It depends on where you are. When you get on the highway, like once you get out of the city, there's still a lot of congestion until you really get out. You know, until you get to that Tappan Zee Bridge and get across that Tappan Zee Bridge, you're not gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, until you get past, you know, Staten Island and certain places in Jersey, it's still a little congested.
Yeah, it's in the Jersey Turnpike and all that mess. Oh. I've driven up the Eastern Seaboard. I don't know. There's just so much going on at any given time. But I lived right outside DC for most of all my growing up years until I was about 26, and then I headed out west.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been on there, but New York was one of those places that was just known for where all the excitement was always going on, where all the stuff was always going on, unlike DC, which was just at some points a little scary.
You know what's funny about that? Disney came in and took over just like they did Las Vegas and moved a lot of that the going on that New York was known for out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've fixed up Times Square to the point of what it is now, with all of the goings on that New York used to be known for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever remember. There's a movie called Shakedown.
Yeah.
That'll tell you what Times Square used to be about.
Yeah.
But it's all corporate and Disneyland now.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened to that did happen to Las Vegas. I mean, I went through there a long time ago, and now when I go in, it's very corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Very corporate. Oh, I'm looking at this. New York now has the most expensive toll in the United States, $19 to cross the Verrazano Bridge.
Yep.
What?
$19 just to come out of Brooklyn into Staten Island, unless you got Easy Pass. But they give the residents of Staten Island a discount on it. I don't know what their discount is, but it can't be enough.
Yeah, it can't be enough. Orlando.
There's no way for them to get out unless they take a boat.
So Orlando just posted Phantom Flight 101 on here. So guys, make sure you're there. You're checking it out. You're making sure you get him, because he has a fabulous channel. You're really going to to love. And don't forget this week's live stream on Sunday with those guys will be on Phantom Flight 101's channel, and it'll be on right before mine. So Phantom Flight, those guys at 5 Eastern, and then I'll be on at 7. So guys, check us out. You're going to love those guys. I'm just telling you. Fun, fun, fun. It's just great. And I don't know what time Novice Quads is getting back. I'm going to see. Oh, there it is. I got you. I don't know. Is that it? Okay. Okay, I'm going to send it out. Hey, Novice Quad.
Is he there?
Is he still there? Is he in the chat? Let me go see. I think he is. So Novice Squad, I just sent you a link. If you want to come in and give Phantom a hard time, I am putting it out there. I am open. Don't go anywhere, Phantom.
I'm not going anywhere.
So if you don't have to, but if you want to.
I'm scared of him.
Huh?
I'm not scared of him.
Okay, I sent it out to you. So I sent you a link, Novice. So I don't know. I did not realize. It's kind of like when Kim and Roger first came on live all the time. And all of a sudden, I was always drinking coffee in the morning, sitting there with Roger and Kim. And then they brought me onto their show. And it was, and then I was on every morning with them. Kim's not on as much. He has his reasons, but we're on. And when I went on to those guys, it just was reminiscent of just a fun show with friends, just good friends. I guess that's why I love it so much.
Thank you. And there's a third member of our group, but he's so busy. Is
that Frantic?
Justin, Drone Evolution.
Drone Evolution. Okay.
He's just so busy, because he doesn't have a lot of the free time that Novice and I have during the week.
Right.
And sometimes it's hard catching up in the evening or in the on the weekends and stuff like that. So we get together when we can, and we need to get together more, I think.
Yeah, because it is. I got to tell you, it's always so much fun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, Lauren.
How are you?
I am fine.
I've had a great time tonight harassing Phantom Flight 101, and I appreciate all the questions you asked him.
And the funny thing is, he can't see the chat.
What happened? I didn't hear you.
He can't see the chat, so I'm just going through and.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go out and come back in because I can't hear.
I'm going to go out and come back in so I can open up Hangouts in another window and actually be able to see the chat in the room.
Okay. Oh, okay. So everybody left. And I actually sent something to Paul Murray too, but Paul, I guess you never got it because I sent it.
Come on in, Paul.
We've been trying to get Paul in all freaking night. Did I say that right, Paul? Paul Murray, I'm doing your net zero. I think that's what it's supposed to go. And I am doing.
I'm sorry, Val. I had to do that. I'm sorry, Val. I had to do that.
You're okay.
Val, now ask him about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I've been with my wife for 20 years. Cut it out. Cut it out. This is about you right now.
That's right.
Don't let him change the subject, Val. You wouldn't let me change the subject when you interviewed me. It's about him right now.
Yeah, he tries to. Oh, it says, is Novice quad camera reversed today?
I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what's right because up here I have a sticker that says 3DR solo, and when I reverse my camera, it shows it backwards. But then when I show a video, it shows the captions forward. It's I'll figure it out one day.
Yeah, I see it all backwards too over here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not, but I'm just
usually facing the other way.
It's something in OBS because I load up OBS and you're able to flip the picture. And it's only because when I show you a video of mine, I want you to see it the proper way. I don't want you to see all the words backwards and everything. So that's what it is. I just have to figure that out.
Yeah. So Paul, I did send you a link again. Are you just not getting them?
Paul
Also,
was a great guest on our stream, Val. But Val,
Right.
A lot of fun the other night. Him and Philly Drone Life.
yes, we had a lot of fun that night.
can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, good. Okay.
So Val, any questions you want me to ask Phantom? Because I have no problem asking.
Yes, I want all kinds of stuff asked. And I want the answers.
It wasn't me.
So does Phantom ever get in trouble when flying drones?
Has Phantom Flight ever gotten in trouble with flying drones? With me? No.
No.
Okay, that
I
didn't
mean,
sound
I
like
did
a definite no. That was like, I don't
Well-
think that time counted.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was flying in a park one day, and I was actually finished. And the lady from the parks department, she was like, "You can't do that here." I was like, "Do what?" She said, "You can't fly that here." I said, "I'm not flying. I'm packing."
Oh,
So
Back in the sky says
I
my
never
chair
really
on.
got into anything, other than nothing really. Just that like I said, people will ask you a lot of questions about what you're doing. That's about it. I mean, I've even had the cops roll up and, "What are you doing?" And you're flying your drone? Oh, how far out is it? They ask those kind of questions.
and what's the right answer when they say how far is it?
It's right there.
You're right where I can see it.
It's right there. You can't see it. It's right there.
Val, in the state of New York, there's no such thing as flying illegally. I must tell you, if I'm flying my drone and for some reason I happen to lose control and it starts drifting over the bridge, well, you can trust and believe that I'm trying my best to regain control of that drone and bring it back to where it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So tell me, Novice Quad, what is it like working every day out in the field with drones with Phantom?
I'm going to tell you one thing. If you saw the video I did at High Bridge where he goes, "That's right, with those guys." If you look at the video really quick, just as he goes, "With those guys," in a microsecond, if you're looking at me, I look up like this, like, "Oh God, what's he about to do?" It's fun. It's fun, and it's interesting because, like he said, when we plan stuff, it doesn't work. But when he ad libs, I've been trying to run up behind his camera, and while he's going, "This is Phantom Flight 101," just jump by him and go, "Those guys!" It never works. But when we don't plan stuff, it works.
Right.
Like we plan to go out, right? If we plan that we're going to go out and fly tomorrow, it'll be overcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
But
if we say,
don't plan, it'll be a great sunny day. We're like, "Let's go."
right, if I have to go to the doctor and he's got to run errands, of course, tomorrow's 90 degrees, the birds are singing, the crickets are jumping in the grass. But as soon as we get ready to go out, it's a cloudy or rainy day.
Yep.
I don't get it. Is that a Gwai? Where are you asking? Is that a Gwai? Here. I have two Hubsons, a E-Man, MJX. My Phantoms are too heavy to hang on the wall. And I have a Tyro 99, which is missing in this spot. Drone Evolution NYC fixed a technical issue I have, so I should be getting that back in a day or two. With Exploration Obsessed, I don't know what a GUI is. GAUI?
So do a lot of people ask to go fly with you guys, those guys?
Yeah. And that's why, like Herman said, we became those guys because it got to the point, no lie, and Herman can verify this, Val, that I get up at 4 o'clock every morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30 a.m., just to have a peace of mind before I wake up my wife and my daughter at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Right.
And At 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting hits on my text or Facebook. Yo, where you flying today? It's going to be 60. You know, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, man. And people are asking, where are we flying? So it
And you
got
know
to the.
what's funny about that? I had not long went to bed, maybe 2 hours before that. You get those
Right. Because Phantom Flight 101 keeps late hours on the computer, not live streaming, but checking out YouTube and subscription. I won't say because you said your grandson watches. Subscription
hassling.
propaganda. Doing subscription propaganda. So and what a lot of you guys don't realize is Phantom Flight 101 said if I could learn how to edit videos, and he mentioned it earlier. I did show him how to edit, but he's taken it past that level. And now we have this thing that comes together. I mean, we fly together, we hang out a lot, we talk on the phone a lot. We're always planning the next move. We're not spinning our tires in the same spot. And that's what's important.
Well, and that's what's so fascinating about you guys that working together, because when you find that thing, like I think Sean and Travis have on the video influencers, when you find that connect that really works, it works for everybody watching you.
Right. It's called lightning in a bottle. See, you have lightning in a bottle, Val. You know why? Because you can interview anyone. Okay, and get comfortable. And Herman, I must say, she's ready to, she's about to ask you some really crazy question, because when she took her sweater off, I'm like, uh-oh, she's showing the guns.
Yeah.
I expect you to go like this, gun show, you know.
I'm ready. Well, you know what, Val? If you go back and check out my videos, the video that, what was it? I'm going to show you right now. Inwood Hill Park. That was the day that Nava Squads tried to kill me. I can tell you a funny story about that.
Here we go.
This park, half of the park is, I don't even know how high it is, but I know it's up over all of the buildings around it.
Which is 6 and 7 stories high.
We were looking for parking, and we found parking on the far side of the park. The entrance to the park has a walkway that goes straight up about 7 stories. And we get in there, even to the top of the park. And we wanted to fly from the top of the park. And he's telling me, we got to go this way. And it got to, we had our drones on our back in the knapsack. And we're going up this little walkway. It turned into a small trail, and then it started to turn into a hiking of us hiking this hill in the grass.
Hold on, but you forgot to mention it was about 90 degrees that day.
Right.
Humidity was at about 90 degrees.
And we finally get up to the top of the park, and this lady comes out there, and she walks past us and squeezes out through the fence, and she goes out on this big rock out there. I'm like, yo, did we interrupt her suicide attempt? There's no value. You gotta see, there's nothing out there but straight down.
Val, where we went to fly, it's a lookout point, but there's a metal fence, and on the side of the fence you can squeeze through and step out onto this boulder. Now this boulder is maybe the size of a tractor trailer, okay? And she went out there, and there's nothing to hold on to. And now I'm 6'3", I'm 270 pounds, but I wasn't stepping behind that fence to go fly. We both stayed behind the fence, and she was out there standing there, and Herman went and looked at her, and like if she was about to commit suicide, he interrupted her because it was really scary.
Weird. But what really made that trip to that park so funny is that when we flew from the top of the park, right, we were now coming down, and we noticed that there's the real walkway to walk up and down the park.
I admit, I didn't know where the hell I was going.
So you're gonna laugh at this one. We're going down this steep decline to go down the park, and we see this lady. She's jogging up this
uphill, running full speed.
And she says, "Yeah, you can go straight down here and get out the park." So we're going down this hill, down the hill. We get down to the bottom of the park, and she's coming back around again. I'm like, what just happened here?
Val, it literally took us 10 minutes to get down this hill. She said, yeah, just take that, because at this point, Phantom Flight decided he wasn't listening to my directions anymore. He's like, excuse me, miss, can we get down from here? And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. She's still jogging while she's talking to us. Oh, yeah, sure. Just take this path and go around. Now, it took us 10 minutes to get down the path. When we got almost to the bottom of the path, like he said, she was running past us again to go run back up the hill and wherever the hell she went.
But he had me climb up the side of the park on my hands and knees.
Val, I'll be honest. What happened was I thought I knew my way to the top of the park. I'd been to the park before, but where we entered the park, I had never seen that part of the park. And Herman said, let's go this way. And I said, no, according to Google Maps, it says it would be faster this way. And 35 minutes to 40 minutes later, we're walking on a path, and the path turns to mud. And then it turns to this like little tiny path where if you slip, you can slide down the hill. It was like we went freaking hiking just to get to the top of this hill. And he has never let me live that down.
Oh my God.
My back hurt for 2 weeks.
That's true. That's true. Because we basically went hiking. And then to see this little skinny girl running past us uphill. And then when we get to the bottom of the hill, here she comes again. Oh, you guys made it to the bottom. And she's going past us. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to trip her.
Yeah, he did. He did. He said, I should trip her right now.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
But listen, Val, it's 9:02. You're past the end. When do you end your show?
7 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
Oh, damn. I thought I could get out of it.
Yeah, we're done. Actually, we were done 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
But we're still on because.
Oh, we're still on.
Yeah,
You still have 24 watching. The chat room is slowed down some, but you still have people in here, and they're still showing you support.
Yeah, let me go see what we got going in here so we can see. Whoa, where am I? Where am I? I'm not even in my tail. I have no idea what we're doing.
Oh. You don't.
All right. Well, your show is still live, and
Okay.
the chat room just hasn't moved for a minute. It shows people in the chat room. I don't know if it's frozen or what.
I hope it's not frozen. It shouldn't be frozen. So I'm gonna.
No, I just haven't seen anyone typing.
And I'm gonna hit.
I don't know if it's frozen or what. No, Inwood Hill Park images. Okay, they're typing. Awesome show. TripAdvisor. Orlando put a link for TripAdvisor.
Did you? Oh my God.
I think somehow after every time, certain amount of time, Val, I think after the first hour, YouTube automatically takes your show and saves what it has. So that might explain why the actual chat room slowed down some.
Yeah, because everyone's coming back up again. But yeah, I gotta say, I appreciate you guys coming on for me and talking with me. It was so nice.
Well, it wasn't about me. I was hoping if I donated to Super Chat, Phantom Flight would have got up and danced. Since we can't get Roger to dance.
Is there anything else you wanted to know, Val? Dancing?
Hold on. You made me drop my headset. Hold on a second. I was really serious about. Wait a minute, where is it? You dancing? I had the dollars ready, man.
He's gonna make it rain. Make it rain.
And Val, thank you so much for entertaining me with those questions to Phantom Flight, because he was harassing me when you was interviewing me.
Yes.
Not really.
Yeah, look at him. He's so innocent. No, it wasn't.
No, it was the other guy.
Oh, it was
There's another Phantom on that comes on these live streams.
Oh, it was. Well, we have those guys, and then Philly Drone Life. We've named him that guy.
Yeah,
Because he's like, we have those guys. And he was like, you guys are those guys. What if I become that guy? Phantom Flight named him.
Is he still there?
I don't know.
Billy, did you leave to go fly? Are you still here?
I think so. He had mentioned something about he was going live.
You know, it'd
very
be
shortly.
just like Billy to get on his bike and just ride out with hair flying in the wind. Yeah, that's what we saw last time.
Yes, Phantom Flight. Phantom Flight is the other guy. Remote Pilots Australia.
Yeah.
Val, it's been fun, and I appreciate you letting me pop in. But this interview was about Phantom Flight 101.
Yes, and that's why I just want to know what it was like, because you guys seem like the kind of guys, if I went to New York, I'd want to fly with.
Listen, we invite anyone. We've had people come that have joined our Facebook group called NYC 5-Borough Drone Meetup. If you want, and give me a chance, I'll put the link. If you're on Facebook, join that group and ask for Herman Green or Lawrence Clark. And if you're visiting New York, we will personally show you a great time and where to fly here in the state of New York City, in the New York City metropolitan area.
Val will cross the water with the drone.
That'd be so scary.
That's true, Val. Val, we would have you flying to the Statue of Liberty in a heartbeat.
Exploration Obsession wants to link to those guys.
To those guys? Okay. Let me give you a link to the NYC 5-Borough Drone Meetup. So if you're on Facebook first, this group is one of the best groups in New York. It's one of the largest. And here's the link to the NYC 5-Borough Drone Meetup first. And then the original show is my channel, but this Sunday we're doing it on Phantom Flight 101's channel. So I'm going to go to YouTube, pull his channel up. Well, Val, you kind of close the show out or whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, I haven't closed it out yet. I'm going to let you put up.
Okay, let me find Herman's channel. This is where Sunday nights with those guys is going to be this Sunday. It's usually, like I said, on my channel. But I have to work because it's Passover, the holiday, and that's sort of like my Black Friday for making a lot of money in very few days.
Nice.
You know, if you ever watch what is that show on TV? Diane, what is that show with the guy who goes shoot him? Oh, now she doesn't know. There's a gator show that comes on the History Channel where these guys hunt gators all year round. There's one guy that doesn't speak English well, and instead of going shoot him, he goes shoot him. But we're like that.
Yeah.
You come to New York, we will show you guys a great time. But I put Phantom Flight 101's channel. We will be on Sunday night. He will be on Sunday night with another one of those guys at 7 p.m. on his channel. And thank you so much, Val and Roger, because you guys have helped us to get a lot of subscribers and helped us get our channel going. Roger, you remember what hell I was going through with getting started.
I just want you to know you got me drinking 3 cups of coffee a day here in the morning.
You can't tell us, Roger. I love you. Yeah, I'm just like drinking all kinds of caffeine around here. Roger's got me just caffeined up.
And Val, thank you so much for your support. And thank you, Val, for coming on our show.
Oh, it's so much fun. Your chat, you're going to be seeing me every Sunday that I'm not working during your chat, because where I work sometimes on Sundays, they have terrible internet.
Well, listen, anytime later, Paul, thank you so much. But anytime you get a break,
chatting,
send me the link now. I will get you in there faster than any of these guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, I adore you. You guys are so fabulous. I want to say, Herman,
thank you very much.
101. You're just thank you for allowing me to interview you. It's such a privilege.
Anytime.
Yeah, now the squad, thank you so much. You guys are just those guys.
Thank you. But remember, Val, how do we do it on our show? On our show, when we ended the show, we would go, Sunday nights is sponsored by,
Those
Those guys. See, Val is one of those guys. Roger's one of those guys. Let's support each other, everyone. Thank you so much, Val and Roger, and Phantom Flight.
Thank you, Val.
In the chat, we so appreciate you being here. I know you had a lot of choices tonight, but you chose here, and I just so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Paul Mary says you were great, Herman.
Thank you.
I love you, and thanks for checking out our Phantom Flight 101. Isn't he spectacular? See, I knew you guys are going to love this stream. Okay, guys, in the chat, I'll see you later.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you,
Good night,
Val.
guys.